Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Hi Pisces, I'm going to be doing your December reading. And you are the last but not least of my readings, and I love that I'm reading for you last. It makes me feel very, very, I want to say special, but the words I'm trying to find are more kind. It makes me feel more loving. Definitely makes my spirituality just want to just burst out of the seams, because you are all of that and then some. And I admire your ability to be so giving and caring and selfless. You know, I've had friends that are Pisces in my life, one in particular most of my life, and it just never ceases to amaze me how she's so thoughtful of every holiday or occasion, and that text that I need just at the right time, because you're so intuitive and so psychic. And you're the 12th sign, so you really have a little bit of everything in you. You are definitely a mutable sign that's able to be very, very versatile and extremely creative. And you love love, and I love love as well. And I actually have my rising sign is in Pisces. So yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for that. You know, I will never give up on love. There's all forms of love, and you recognize that too. So I learn a lot from you, and I'm extremely excited because although I'm reading for December now, we're in preparation for what we had a little bit of a touch of when we had the partial lunar eclipse in your sign. What was it, the 17th of September? Well, that's going to continue. You're going into the North Node, which then becomes the series of the eclipses in Pisces starting in January. So for all the Pisces in the world, no matter what the placement, this is very, very big. This is very much about your energy, your ability to really come forth and come out of your shell, if you will, and to feel that strength that sometimes we have, but we don't demonstrate for reasons that could go on and on. And the South Node, while you're the North Node, will be in Virgo. That's your polar opposition. I have my beautiful little astrology wheel to demonstrate that. Every eclipse season, which lasts about 18 months, has, once again, the North Node, which is the direction we want to head towards, the South, which is mainly the things we want to release in our life, the habits, the people, the circumstances that have not been really helping us or, you know, advantageous for us in any way. So we are doing that, but you've got Pisces right here, the two fish, and then once again, your polar opposition right here, Virgo. And I say that because it's always a kind of a pull, you know, that push me, pull you kind of energy. That's because of your complete different personality traits and all the other above that. You learn from people that are different. You learn from the opposition of who you are. It fills the areas that you don't have. So that's a constant going on. You represent, you know, higher power, absolute spirituality and creativity and love in all areas and all forms. Virgo is about earthly elements. You know, you're always up in the sky, like in another dimension, right? There's no boundaries, you're mutable. And then actually Virgo is a mutable sign too, which is also a connection that brings you together. But Virgo being the earth sign is more, you know, sensible and more grounded and more, you know, structured and disciplined and, you know, more of a perfectionist and all these things that you are not. And it's just wonderful, but it also represents great healing, you know, and the doing away, like I said, in the South Node aspect of things that just aren't working anymore. So this will be happening for some time, and you'll have, two more full lunar eclipses in your sign around the same time, August-ish, July to August-ish in the next 2 years. So, wow. When it's in your sign, there's a lot of growth, a lot of transformation, a lot of positive, forward-moving energy. I mean, this could be so many things. I mean, we were doing a general reading, so, but stay tuned and enjoy the ride, because Venus will also go in your sign very quickly in the month of January. So anyway, we'll get to that then. But December, two very important things is that tomorrow is going to be the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a Jupiter ruled sign, as are you. So anytime we're in Jupiter season, and I felt this right away, like the second it turned into Sagittarius, season on the 21st of November, I was like, whoa, I feel good. I could feel it. It's that optimism. It's that fiery energy. It's like, ooh, let's get things moving. Let's get things going. There's been retrograde, shadowy things going on. There was a lot of tension from the eclipses being in North Node Aries, South Node Libra, relationships, all kinds, balancing, all sorts of things that have transpired, and then there's a fair amount of planets that are retrograde at this time anyway. So the waning of our energy is very notable. We are in the shadow period of Mars in Leo being retrograde, and I'm feeling it. And we had Thanksgiving off for those that celebrated, and I hope it was amazing. I had a beautiful time. It was only 2 days ago now, but I look forward to it. Next thing you know, it's done, right? Until the next year. But it was absolutely gorgeous. And I guess it's because I'm so used to routine, and I think you can relate to this. And I am an entrepreneur, and I have to rely on myself for a lot of things. So I like a system. I like a certain amount of clients that I do with my massage therapy practice now for 23 years. And it's just when that stops or it changes, I'm adaptable. I can do that. I've done it enough to know, but it does change that energy as well. So if you're feeling that way, welcome to the club. It's not just you, and it's actually a great time to just kind of take it in, let it happen. There's nothing to force. There's no reason to feel any more energetic. It doesn't take our energy away completely. It just, you notice there's a decline, but it is Mars, so there can be some internal things going on, and with people and relationships or conflicts. As far as Pisces goes, not generally. I'm not saying you never get mad or anything. That's not accurate. But what I am saying is you will avoid that as much as possible. And yet, if you have to stand up for your rights or whatever, this is what's really coming through with Saturn being in your sign for a while now, since early 23. That'll change next year, but for now, I mean, that's a structure that you're not really familiar and caring that much for, but you know that it's helping you in a lot of ways, because it's helping you with your boundaries, and it's helping you stand up, and it's helping you make you feel stronger, and it's making, it's for our betterment. But the restriction is real, and I've definitely felt it with the rising Pisces, and yet things are great. So I can't complain. I just simply am saying, I definitely noticed it. So I'm sure that you are too. But this new moon tomorrow is so beautiful for just writing your intentions and really, really imagining, like you do so very well, and manifesting really special things for this holiday, for yourself, for others, for time with people that are special with you, for new ideas that you've kind of kept under wraps that you could start in the new year, or that you've already started and you're wanting to see progression on. And I can almost promise you that you will. And it's about perseverance. That you have in spades, For being a very gentle soul, you have a lot of chutzpah. You really like to, you can be a workaholic. You really do like keeping busy a lot of times, but you like doing it on your own time frame and your own schedule, which I think is admirable, and I can relate to completely. One of the main reasons I love doing what I do, because I call the shots in the hours, right? So all this is great energy. That's beautiful. And then we do have a full moon happening on the 15th, which is the day that Mercury stations direct. Excuse me one moment. And that's going to be in Gemini. And Jupiter is in Gemini. So there's this Jupiter energy throughout all of December. And, it will be in Jupiter, Jupiter will be in Gemini through June. And when it goes into Cancer, that's just another beautiful, beautiful energy for you as your fellow Mercury retrograde. Hard to communicate. It really is. Simple words. But bear with me. I appreciate your patience. Yeah, just, it's a great energy to have Cancer in Jupiter for you. But then Gemini has also been good too. So they all can be good because it is your ruling planet and you can really resonate with that. So I hope that continues to bless you. Now I'm going to do your reading, I promise, and it's going to be with the Celtic Cross this month because I do change the layouts. And I'm also going to start, as I have, and this has been my ritual, and I'm going to continue with it because I'm very, very interested and I want to share with new people. If you are new, welcome. I greatly appreciate you. If you like what you're seeing or you're resonating, please like, subscribe, share. It's very supportive. It's free, and I greatly appreciate it. I like to start with your chakra check. Chakras being the beautiful energy centers that run through our entire body, up into and out of our crown and into the universe as a collective, you know, the all one conscious. So you can relate to that. I know you can. 12th house, you know, out there in the ethers, out in the other worlds, able to communicate and, you know, and to download and get information and to share that. It's so beautiful. It's just you're just a knowing sign, you know, and I appreciate you for that as well. But I'm going to put these under here quickly. I'm going to shuffle them around. There's only 8 and just see what Spirit wants to know as far as what chakra to focus on for you and your reading today. And you have the one that came out the most. So that would be like the 5th at least out of 12. Maybe it was 6. This is the crown. This is the connection I just spoke of. It's everything. It's the downloads. It's our dreams. It's our prophecy. It's the connection with source, you know? It's always there, and it's mystical and it's magical and it's very, very real. Even when you can't see it, it's absolutely happening. So for you, I'll read to you what it says about that. I picked up this one right after too, because these cards stick together a little bit. Of course, I'm wearing the green energy because it has to do with heart, if I haven't said that already. And that's what you're about. You're just so incredibly giving. So I feel like I am repeating myself. Wouldn't be surprised. Reading to you the 6th chakra mantra, I like to call it, is, first of all, 6 represents balance. The 6th house is our everyday activities, work, health, well-being, family, job, you know, that sort of thing. And then also it represents the planet Venus. And with the South Node in Libra, we've had a huge amount of influence of Libra and wanting to be balanced and working through our relationships. And if you're hearing a noise, please forgive me. It's my beautiful little, well, he's not so little now, huh? My cat Eclipse. He's off on the corner over there. I don't know if you can see him. You want me to bring you up? Can I bring you up for a second? Can I bring you up? Nope, he won't let me bring you up. He will be over in the corner, maybe hopping around. Sometimes he goes in my little plastic bag to make a little noise. Here's a mantra you might want to take a snapshot of. And basically it's saying, my intuition connects me to the all-seeing, omnipresent nature of the universe. Divine intelligence flows through me. I am provided profound insights that allow me to navigate life's constant movement with simplicity and ease. To say that and focus on the 6th chakra right here, up at the top of your head, is so powerful. And it can open up and remove any blockages or any imbalance that you may feel, because you always want that connection to be strong. It is part of my meditation every morning to clear every single chakra. So I like to share that with my viewers, because those may not know about them, but those that do, just to never let go of that. With these all working in tandem and in balance, it just makes for a far easier life, you know, and it's very important. So that is the message for the chakra. And then I go on to the actual correlation of the crystal that comes with it. This is a beautiful gift that I received from a friend for my birthday. And so the cards talk about the crystal representing the chakra. And it wasn't my last one, but it certainly has been the biggest, this crown chakra. And it is the clear quartz. And that's what I love so much too. I carry a clear quartz in my pocket every day when I'm doing massage therapy. It gives me that focus, and that intuition is strengthened. And I have to always work from my heart, which is the biggest intuitive organ in our body, more so than even our crown chakra. It tells us everything. It's always going to be there to guide us. And then it's up to you whether you choose to follow that guidance. But in this bag comes all the beautiful other crystals that are associated with this gift. And it comes with 2 necklaces. And the tiger eye was used for the last one for Aquarius. And so now we're bringing out the crystal, which is, oh, I love it so much. And it makes sense. It's like a crystal ball. It just helps us to keep things more in focus. But I'll read to you also what it says. And I will put it on, whereas the last reading I was saying that I love to use it because it helps strengthen and infuse the reading. And lo and behold, by the end of the reading, it was never put on. It was on the table, which is equally as important. But I would once again attribute that to this very, very powerful Mercury retrograde influencing me right now as we're about a week into it. All right, so there we go. Now, I'm going to put these away and I'm going to start your reading. And I'm going to do, like I said, the Celtic Cross. And I love it because it gives me a bunch of different positions and explanations of different areas of your life that are going to be given guidance for, okay? And a lot of times, you know, it's really important to read, I always say read, but what I really mean is to watch the reading of your sun sign, your moon, your ascendant or rising sign, they call it. Definitely your Venus. And I would always incorporate Mercury. You know, those are your personal planets and they affect us the most. When you know those 4 things, you can pretty much establish what kind of relationship you're going to have, not only with the mundane outer, you know, aspects of your life, but the special people in your life, family, you know, lovers, great friendships. When you lay those out in accordance to yours, I think I'm going to do a mini little series on that because it's so powerful and it's so accurate and it's so informative for you. And that's what life is. It's just continually learning how do we best get along with ourselves and others, you know, that self-love, to be able to bring that out and just throw love bombs out every day and just feel incredibly beautiful about doing so. So I'm going to do a couple more shuffles, but I had shuffled this very, very well. And of course I bless the deck and ask that Spirit bring in clear and concise messages for everybody involved for the highest good, all Pisces. And let's go. Start the reading. The first energy, of course, is going to be the overall energy, bringing you and how it's going to affect the rest of the reading, really. But the central card, the overall energy, Pisces, for you, for the month of December 2024, as we say goodbye to 2024. Oh, yes. There you go. 9 of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. 9 is the 9th. It's the end of a cycle that if for any reason something weren't happening, it's time to add that 10th cup. And you are very, very at peace with this. You are strong and you feel very, very confident about achieving this. The blue in the background definitely represents your 3rd eye and your crown chakra to imagine, to manifest, to envision, to create, and allow that in. So what a gorgeous, beautiful start and energy to proceed with your reading. And also I love the red, which represents the Mars influence, which is very heavy right now with Leo being in Mars being in the sign of Leo, yet though retrograding on the 7th, I believe, of December, you'll notice the energy, like I said, wanting for sure, but it won't stop you from doing things. It'll just be time to know when to rest and when not to, and making sure you keep that balance because you want to be feeling good and you do have a tendency, a propensity to overwork and to overdo for others. So reminding you to just think of fulfilling your cups and being happy and maybe doing less. Less is more, okay? And just loving it and enjoying it. Just loving the company you're in and yourself, of course. So then we have the crossing card, which is I like to say the blessings are blocks. And you have the King of Swords. That's pretty powerful. That's the air element. That's the Libras and the Aquarians and the Geminis. And, I mentioned Gemini Jupiter's in the sign of Gemini. So that's exciting. That's also a mutable sign like yourself. So there's a lot of opportunities that come through. There's a lot of conversations and interactions and networking and fun. And they like to, be versatile, and they like to express their knowledge, and they like to share knowledge, and they love fairness and justice. And it's just a good overall, really good feeling. And with Jupiter there in the mix, it's not bad at all. But the King is a very mature, very, very straightforward. There's that sword. They're going to tell you exactly the way it is. A lot of times it represents institutions like maybe lawyers and, judges and things, or doctors, or people with very pertinent information. If you have a law case, it looks as though things could be great with this wonderful 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, working in your favor, right? Creating that, making that so. Optimistic energy, okay? So the only thing that could be a block is maybe not hearing what is necessary due to the Mercury retrograde. Maybe the messages get a little bit delayed. They'll be coming back. This is just a temporary thing. As I think I said earlier, Mercury goes direct on the 15th. So that's only a couple weeks away. And the new moon tomorrow is just so prevalent for writing down your intentions and asking for a favor, or, special Christmas gifts and, I don't know, surprises, you name it. Just put that out there, whatever works for you, whatever you're feeling inclined to do. Now we do have the next card, which is the foundational card. Oh my goodness. I'm really happy for you, Pisces. I love you so much. And I know there's been a lot of changes, you've had to make a lot of changes. I personally just have experienced fully unexpected, and the eclipses will do that anyway. They transition us rather quickly sometimes. Sometimes it takes all of the 6 months to a year for the story to unravel, right? And the North Node in Aries isn't quite complete, although it starts in Pisces. It will still have the last lunar eclipse in March. That'll be in Aries. That's about power. That's about self-confidence and strength in your abilities. And that's going to continue on and really help you move forward. So for your foundation, you have the 6 of Wands. And this is a victorious card. This is being seen. I mean, not every Pisces wants to be, but boy, if you do, look out, because you are going to be noticed. You are going to be recognized for your gifts, for what you've done, and you do so much. It's only right. Take it in, smile and say thank you, as my mother would say. There's some people that won't necessarily be overly thrilled with it. You see these people in the background kind of looking like, oh, I wish I was that person. And I've been there. I know. I mean, I'm not a jealous person that much now. I was when I was younger. That's a whole different story. That's called insecurity and stuff. But this is about you standing tall and proud and knowing you deserve all the accolades that you can get. If you are interested in doing any kind of, I'm wanting to say technology, but that's not social media. Putting that out there, you're going to be seen. I don't know, maybe something will go viral. That's supposed to be a huge thing these days, I'm told. And I mean, it would be just because you were being real and yourself. It wasn't something you planned, but that's timing, isn't it? That's really what a lot of life is all about, is the right timing. When Jupiter's in the mix, man, you could be at that perfect right place at the right time. So this is a great foundation to build from as things get better and better, and you become more familiar with who you are from the inside out, and you strengthen your weaknesses, and you know that structure of Saturn, always blesses you with a gift at the end for being, tolerant, and for following along and keeping yourself structured, I guess, which is what, I mean, not trying to fight that. You want to go with the flow, and that's usually what you do anyway. But sometimes it's been hard, but you still were very, very good about it. And that's when you get rewarded. So I don't want to convolute it any more than I have to. It's fantastic energy thus far. Then we go into your recent past. And for you, beautiful Pisces, we have justice. Wow, see what I mean? It's like there are times and then there are times, and it's your time. And justice is exactly that. I mentioned perhaps having to do with legalities, all forms of legalities, but working in your favor. And law takes a while. You have to play their game and be very patient a lot of times. It could take years to hear answers, even if you're in the right, or there's a lot of delays for sure, and especially with the retrograde. But when things move forward, justice is already on its way to you. It's your recent past, and it's moving towards you, okay? So these eclipses in Libra were and that's representing Libra and the balance, and the scales and justice, fairness, equality. We want that in life anyway. This is also any representation of that, whatever that means to you. So that feels really good too. And so your possible future is the three of wands, watching your ships come in. You've planted the seeds. You've been extremely patient. You've gone through some major changes, ones you didn't see coming or ask for, but you were very, very accepting. You stood your ground and you said, okay, I can do this too. I'm still sticking with things I have in my mind to do. So if something came along and made you think for a moment that wasn't possible, you can put that out of your head, because you are definitely not only going to see things coming through that you may have put off and had to, redo and rework and several times. It's a time where it's going to show the best results. You're going to have help from others. 3 represents, a group, a growth period of your life. And that yellow solar plexus energy is just surrounding your reading here. So there's confidence coming through like never before. And that's very conducive. Even if Mars in Leo is in retrograde, Leo is extremely powerful. The biggest star in the universe. They're ruled by the sun. They are all about confidence. They're all about leadership. And you're picking up on that. And you're really taking it in, because you're like a chameleon. You can take in those energies, and for better or worse. But this is absolutely for the betterment. So then we have your immediate future. And you have the Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius season, right? Half man, half horse. Exciting, wonderful, optimistic energy, moving forward, fun, travel. Perhaps you're traveling. Like, I want to travel so much. I've decided the next 10 years are going to be the biggest travel years of my life. And that's providing I can, and I certainly can now. So of course I'm going to think that way. And I think you're thinking that way as well. There's movement of some sort. And there's people maybe coming in that are exciting and fun. And, there's parties to go to. It's that time of year with the season and the holidays. Just keeping your balance is always, of course, important. But really utilizing this energy for all it is, and this wonderful, positive Jupiter, influence. It's just fantastic. So moving along with the stem, you have, I like to say it's the position of you really recognizing and understanding your perspective of things. How are you viewing your life right now in general, and what are your biggest thoughts about it? And even this reading, for example. And you have the Queen of Cups. It's you, the water element, the most emotional, giving, loving, compassionate, empathic, this is you. It's encompassing you. You're feeling your energy. You're feeling gifted and loved, and you love to love, and it's all just kind of one big reciprocal kind of energy that just, it's flowing so well. When you show up in your reading, it's a really beautiful sign. It's also beautiful to have a major arcana, because that's the, the universe saying, yes, we're seeing you, we're understanding you, we want to be here and let you know you can always ask us and turn to us for any kind of question or support, and we will be there for you. So that is beautiful as well. That's, you're feeling your feelings, okay? And you're very creative too, and very, very intuitive. So stay tuned for that to be only more accentuated and quicker with synchronicities and the like. The next we have is your environment card. And you have the sun. so you are of the top 3, possibly 4, although I think every single reading has been so incredibly beautiful and powerful, and I would say very, very positive and optimistic. This is one of the top 3 readings, and I'm very, very happy to say that, especially since you have to wait for your reading, right? But I wanted to get them all out by the 1st of December, and I'm very glad I did. I want to continue to be observant of that. I love doing readings. If you like what you're hearing and you feel a resonance at all, please support me like you do in such many ways, by liking, subscribing, sharing, just commenting. Let me know how you feel. Thumbs up, anything is so, so beautiful, and it's all free. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Then we have the hopes and fears category. Oh my goodness, it just never stops. This is phenomenal. The 4 of Wands. Well, listen, this is the 1111 card. So on a spiritual level, this is the universe saying, we know what you're thinking. We're watching you. This is your stability. This is the happiness, the celebratory card, the one that you've been hoping for, the one that you've been manifesting. It's coming through. It could be marriage. It could be ceremonial. You could be going to a wedding, of course, but you want to fully embrace your love for somebody. You want to, commit yourself to somebody. You're feeling incredibly powerfully strong and confident about the choice. And stability is always the 4, which is the 4 Wands. And there's that fiery energy, and there's that Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries that's going to be around, and it's going to continue to work with you. Aries being your 2nd house of money and, prosperity, and abundance. The block would just be if you're not allowing it, or you're deciding that, you're just not 100% sure. I don't see that, though. I think you're really coming to some very powerful conclusions. And with these energies and these eclipses, it's just going to be very focused on you, and the transition is going to be real, and it's going to bring you to places you probably, even as psychic and intuitive as you are, had not quite visualized, because omnipresent universal energy it sees far more than we do, right? And I'm grateful for that, because it then brings it into our lives, and you think, wow, here I thought I was just thinking the best, and you brought something even more miraculous. Can you believe that? My heart is actually beating quite fast right now. It's great. I love this. And like I said, you're so, so deserving of this. The final card is your outcome card. So let's see what Spirit wants you to leave this reading with, though I will be doing an angel card to culminate the reading. Oh my goodness. King of Cups. So historically, whenever you have both the Queen and the King of any one suit in a reading, that is your perfect match. That is your soulmate, your twin flame. And I don't usually even use that term, but I understand it. And they're real, I'm told, and it's just, I haven't experienced that, but I know it makes sense to me. And this is exactly what it's showing, that you are going to be meeting this person. You are very much aware of who this person is. It's someone that you've had and is coming back. It's the unity that's going to be a part of your life that you have possibly thought was never going to occur again, but lo and behold, you're still alive. So there's always opportunities to to surprise you, right? And to allow that in. So, you know, the saying, never say never, is coming in very strong right now. And I really can't even express to you just how beautiful this month looks like it can be. And yes, of course, there may be things that come up that can be a part of the mix, but you, as a Pisces, are willing to create that energy that will actually neutralize the more difficult energies. It's just like it will not be the predominant energy whatsoever. And this is very, very clear on this. Now, you have free will. You can definitely be home alone and say, I don't want to believe in any, I'm not interested. I'm not, you know, it's not, that's beautiful too. This could have to do with you loving you and just being you in the privacy of your home with your beautiful cat or dog or animal, whatever it is. All of that's relative to you. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship or in love with, you know, marriage and all that. It's self-love, it's friends, it's family, because you have love for everything and everyone. So I'm extremely happy for you. I'm really happy that you were able to stop in and watch. I'm a longtime reader and just very, very passionate about this. So do come back. Let's finish with your angel message. This is the Doreen Virtue deck I've had for so very long. And I don't think I mentioned it in your reading, to be honest, but this deck is the Rider-Waite-Smith, and it's the very first deck that I ever got. And it was given to me by my Pisces friend that I've had since I was 17, so that's over 50 years ago now, and it is... it's a very, very special deck that I wanted to share with everybody, because that's what December felt like to me. And it's a great deck. I would recommend anybody who wants to start or finish or in the middle, use it, because it's what many of the decks have used as an example and just did variations on a theme, right? So if I am repeating myself, I apologize. But when you do a lot of readings, you forget sometimes. And so your message in closing, beautiful Pisces, is dreams. Oh, I love this for you, because you're in that realm anyway. A lot of the profound things that happen in your life and your ideals and ideas and, you know, information comes through your dreams. And I can account for this too. I mean, I've had prophetic dreams, and I always ask that I remember my dreams. Though I remember them less than I used to. Write them down, because they have such important information to share with us in our conscious that's always working, right? Be aware of your dreams. This is a very, very, I find, powerful message for you, because something very special will come through, perhaps a new opportunity that, you know, you hadn't even imagined. So yes, happy December. Have a beautiful, beautiful holiday, whatever holiday you may or may not share. Take great care of yourself. And I will be here for you before January, actually. I want to do collective readings and things of that nature, so come on, check back. But hopefully I definitely will see you again in January. Thank you so very much. Bye for now.